Yeah, I'm in a pretty privileged position to be out here working with traditional owners on, I guess, such a rare critter, and being able to walk through sort of this country and unique habitat, and I guess a unique array of animals out here as well. So things like northern quolls, bandicoots, lots of native rodents, gliders, that sort of thing, as well as the bettongs. I definitely feel pretty lucky to be working out here. So the northern bettong is listed as endangered at the moment. There's only two known populations. So here in the Lamb Range, they seem to be doing quite well. Populations sort of stayed stable for the last couple of decades at least. And the other population is a little bit further north in Mount Lewis National Park, where there's possibly as few as 50 or 60 individuals, so not doing quite as well.
Most habitat where bettongs occur is on our park estate, so it's been our responsibility to make sure that we're managing that well. So we've been involved for a long time in improving those fire regimes in collaborative projects with WWF and James Cook University to look more at how those fire regimes affect the bettongs and how we can improve those to maintain those populations. During that time, we have kind of come up with some gaps in our knowledge about how to best manage that habitat. Some of those gaps are, well, what are the exact fire regimes that do improve habitat suitability for the northern bettong? And what is that impact from cats on bettongs? And is it something that we have to worry about and manage?
So at the moment we're in the middle of our trapping surveys. So a normal day kind of consists of baiting the traps from about 3:30 p.m. onwards, making sure they're all set before sunset. And then we come back, have a bit of a nap and leave camp again around 11 p.m. to start checking the traps and processing any captured bettongs. And while we're trapping the bettongs, we're also recording a few measures such as body condition, reproductive success and things like that, so that we can see if anything, any of these sort of health measures are changing as a burn goes through. On top of that, we've also got a bunch of cameras out here, and these are targeting predators, so particularly feral cats, seeing whether cats potentially are a threat to this bettong population. So a handful of bettongs that we catch through these surveys will be fitted with GPS collars, so we've got 10 collars in total. Once the collars are out, we can track them with a radio antenna, so we can track through VHF to make sure that the bettongs are still moving around and the collars haven't dropped off. And then we can also download GPS data remotely if we're within range with a little base station that can connect to the collars.
There are a large number of people involved in the efforts to recover the northern bettong, and as such this project, in collaboration with NESP and Diana Fisher and Sarah Legg, has a large number of collaborators. In particular, the recovery group has always been a great forum for exchanging ideas and for momentum in recovering this species. The Queensland Parks and Wildlife Service, as well as my team, which is the Threatened Species team, has been involved in on-site management in terms of what Rob Miller and his team does and the other park rangers do. AWC is currently heavily involved in some monitoring on the Lamb Range and our First Nations partners. And there's a lot of researchers through James Cook University and other institutions that are involved. So this research focused on the Lamb Range, where we think we have about 1,000 animals and which are fairly stable. But the outcomes of this research are going to be critical to managing sites like Mount Spurgeon, where we have a small number of animals. We need to implement the most effective management we possibly can to ensure that population doesn't go locally extinct, and to ensure that we're doing everything we can and gets to a point where it hopefully is self-sustaining.